Your body is the world's first instrument. Cello, guitars, violins were all built on the basis of the human body. Today I'm going to show you how to use this healing instrument that you already have in 7 simple steps. 1. Who is the person most important in your life? Who is the only person you can change in your life? Who is the boss of you? Point to that person. You're pointing to yourself, right? Where you're pointing now is the acupressure point for the diaphragm. This is the 2nd step. Once you have your middle finger and your ring finger attached to this point, rub it vigorously. It's a bony part high up on the sternum, and that relaxes the diaphragm. When the diaphragm relaxes, it drops down. Your tummy may pop out. Your lungs have more room to breathe. Your whole body is going to relax. That was number 2. 3. Once you point it to yourself, you relaxed your diaphragm, you're feeling a little bit more loose in your body. It's time to go into alignment with yourself. Your body is even now the antenna between heaven and earth. So you want to make sure that divine is pulling it up from the back of the top of your head, where the spine were to continue, if it were to continue, where it ends up in divine hands. At the same time, the base of the spine connects with earth. When you're on this vertical axis, you are in your center. When you are leaning forward in any way, when you're leaning down, you often feel down. When we're leaning backwards, pretending we don't care and we're all laid back, we're also off our center. This is the middle ground in which you want to align your instrument. That was the 3rd step. 4th step. Once you're aligned vertically in this beautiful antenna between heaven and earth, where divine guidance is super lively all the time, now it's time to expand laterally. There are 2 areas of resonance in your body. One is the throat, one is the ribcage. You want them open. So many of us have an hourglass. We're either constricted in the throat, or in the heart area, or in the power chakra area, or anywhere else. We want to expand that hourglass into a cylinder so that there's frictionless flow in your instrument. That means you want to open this throat. And how do we open it? By yawning. Yawning opens the throat. The beginning of a yawn is what you want to memorize. When the apple cheeks go up, when the uvula goes up, when the back of behind the upper molars goes up and the larynx goes down, when there's this expansion in your throat, you want to memorize that. And whenever you feel constricted in any way, you want to open that. The 2nd area in this 4th step is the rib cage. Usually what we do is we breathe in, we breathe out. We breathe in, we breathe out. Every time we breathe in, the rib cage expands and then it collapses on top of the lungs. What do you think I'm going to tell you now? Yes, lift the rib cage off and keep it off. Feel, when you're inhaling, that the rib cage really expands and you're feeling like a bodybuilder. Walk around the room all huffy puffy, full of yourself, showing off this beautiful rib cage that you have. It even helps to breathe into your back. Rather than thinking front breathing, breathe into your back and feel this expansion when you inhale, and then keep it out while you're exhaling. Just take little breaths in through your nose. Feel the expansion of the rib cage, and then take little breaths out through your nose or your mouth and feel like your rib cage is still out. I don't know if you can see this, but my ribs are still out even though I'm talking, and then I'm letting them down. Okay? At some point, of course, you will let them down because it takes a lot of muscle to keep them out, but you do want to get the rib cage off your lungs as much as possible. Why? Because then the lungs have more room to expand. You'll have more room to breathe. You have bigger lung capacity, stronger immune system. All this is so vital for your health. We've been told so many times that we should hunker down, that we should make ourselves small. Who are you to be so full of yourself? Or whatever it is we were told, whatever life experience happened, it usually shrinks us. This is the moment when you want to breathe in your own inner infinity. Many of you meditate, and we already know from that experience that we're actually infinite. So now all we have to do is remember it and teach our body, teach our muscle memory everywhere. Oh, I'm infinite. I don't need to not be speaking up. I don't need to collapse my lungs. I can stay infinite even now in my body. That was the first step of expansion all the way around. Fifth step, now that we built our instrument, all relaxed and aligned as this antenna that it already is, and expanded as the infinity you already are. Now it's time to tune the instrument. And how do we tune it? We tune it simply in this big space that you created. You simply hum from high to low, pulling down the frequencies of your own body through from divine through your body into the earth. That enlivens every single part in your body. Every single note in your range has a certain frequency, and that frequency vibrates, reverberates in a certain part in your body. When you do this, you have just enlivened your entire body. You want to do that as often as you want, simply humming. You don't even have to sing full out. Of course you could, in which case you remember to keep this lifted here, keep the throat expanded, to keep your ribcage expanded, and take a normal breath in and simply go, you could do that if you don't feel shy about it. But I know how it is. We live with other people. We live next to other people. We are afraid of being judged. The simplest way for you to do this every day is to hum from very high to very low, as long as you have your instrument relaxed and aligned and expanded. That was the fifth step. Simply from high to low, you pull all those frequencies through your body into the earth. And make sure, as you're going down with your voice, you don't go down with your body. Remember to keep straight in your body. 5. 6. The sixth step is to enliven the power chakra. The power chakra is right here in your center. It's the motor on which everything else rests. Your air column, the freedom of the throat to expand, the power of your voice, the innocence of the melody in your humming area, in the mask, where you just hummed like a little squirrel. That rests upon the abdominals and intercostals. And now we're going to enliven those simply by lifting again the expansion of the throat, the expansion of the ribcage, this happy smile in the back here. And we're just going to play Santa Claus. Ho, 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 ho. Okay? You can rewind again and do this as many times as you want. This will strengthen your power chakra. So many times we give away our power out of weakness, or we are controlling out of weakness. This will enliven a healthy power chakra so that when the time comes, you know which decision to make. You'll be more self-referral. Ho, 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 ho. You can even smirk into the mirror when you do this. Make sure your apple cheeks are up, the throat is open, and the ribcage is open. Ho, 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 ho. Okay? That one opens the power chakra, enlivens the power chakra, and strengthens this. 7th step, last step. Now that you have all this power in your power chakra enlivened, now we want to send it as energy throughout your body, enlivening all the chakras and in between all the chakras. You do this simply by doing the monkey chatter. It doesn't matter the interval. It doesn't matter which notes you hit. It doesn't matter what range you have. It doesn't matter the speed. You can do it slowly. Make sure your throat is open, make sure your ribcage is expanded, and feel the energy, feel that vibration everywhere in your body, and see how you feel afterwards. The whole point of doing this is to use your instrument, to use your voice as the healing instrument it already is. All you needed to do is to know whose instrument it is, yours, to relax it there by dropping the diaphragm and the lungs expand, by aligning it, lifting from the back of the top of the head, being straight and flexible in your body. 4, to expand the body in your throat and your ribcage area, and to have flow, humming from high to low, to enliven your power chakra with ho 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 ho, with a Santa ho ho ho, and then to send the energy up and down. Ho 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 ho. Again, stay as straight as you can, as loose as you can. This works. This is open. Everything is now a cylinder, having flow from high to low, from low to high. The instrument is now enlivened, and you have just enlivened, built and tuned and enlivened your cosmic instrument. I hope this helped you. Use it in all the different healings that I'm gonna post, and just enjoy. Do it every day. Do it in the morning before you get up. Do it in the afternoon if you feel energy is low. Do it when you have spoken a lot or when you're feeling a little bit down. Every time you feel anything is not grand for you, go to self, relax, feel the lift, feel the expansion, feel the tuning, but lovingly humming to yourself, enliven your whole body. And then your power chakra, and then all that energy up and down your body in a sort of happy, sparkly way. Make sure you go as high as you want and as low, and it rests on this power. Everything else is just receiving this power. All right, that was it. Enjoy, and I'll see you very soon.